would be interesting if the curious murmurs from the demon helm was an actual sound. That would
There's
be
a.
so cool.
Does
What
that mean there's an
murmurs?
event
Right.
thing log that says that there's curious murmurs when you wear the demon helm or something?
When you
Or
examine the
when you
demon helm,
examine
it
it.
says, "Curious murmurs fill your ears, scary yet not entirely unpleasant. Go ahead and put it on. It can be improved with a lump." Oh, well, yeah, the last part probably should have been said, but okay. So, Gangable player, you're new to Worm then. It sounds. Um, if you're new to Worm, it actually doesn't really matter too much. It's like the benefit is so slight between iron and steel. It's like something in the vicinity of 5% better. So
You've
in the
tried in
grand
the
scheme of
past
things,
to do the steel thing.
yeah,
And
yeah,
in the end, you decided that it was just like the work involved versus the rewards that you get was not there,
right.
and then you stopped. Why did you come to
Yeah.
that conclusion?
Well, it's not that I stopped.
Give me a second here. I'll be right back.
Yeah. So okay, so on the old servers, I was working on steel or plate armor smithing, and this was back when iron was not a thing that you could make plate out of. So in order to level up your plate armor smithing, you needed to use steel. So I did the whole steel making and created a whole setup and leveled up my plate armor smithing. But the thing is that we already had Drake sets. Now Drake sets are kind of like leather, but they have the same capability as steel plate. Right? So like you get the benefit of being able to walk quickly and even faster than leather. You can walk around faster than leather. But you have the protection of steel, which was great. The problem with steel is that it takes a lot to make high quality steel. And if you want to improve your stuff to, let's say, 90, let's say you want to improve a whole steel plate set to 90 quality, the effort involved is absolutely insane. Like the steel plate armor is heavy. So each time you improve, like I think the chest is like 5 kilograms. So every time you improve it, it takes a massive chunk of steel to improve it once. And if you want to improve it to 90, well, you need 90 quality steel for that. And that just makes it's super hard to maintain. Whereas our Drake sets, which gave us the same protection, you can improve with leather, and the leather actually doesn't have to be as high as, I don't know if you guys know this, but leather working, you don't need the leather to be higher quality than what the item that you're imping. So you can use a 30 quality piece of leather in something all the way up to 70 or higher. Right? So we could get 90 quality Drake armor. We can improve our Drake armor to 90 quality with like a piece of 70 or 60 quality leather. That just makes it super easy to maintain.
Yeah, 1 quality is the same as 100 quality leather. Not quite
Not exactly.
that bad, but I mean, I think
it still acts like a 1 quality tool.
I think it's the only profession that does that.
Only one,
right? It's the only one
the
where you can still imp something above the quality of the leather that you're using.
Right.
I don't know. Do you like that idea? Do you guys like the idea that, or do we even think about it? Because it's just the way that it is.
Are you asking, should they change
if
everything?
you had
to,
to choose, not saying that they should change anything, let's get that out of the way. But if you had to choose, you wanted to standardize this game, and you were to choose, okay, let's make it so that everything works like leather, or let's get rid of the leather requirement. Let's make leather work like everything else. What would you choose?
If it had to be one or the other, you mean? Like, we're going to change it either we're going to change everything to be just like leatherworking, or we're going to change leatherworking to be like everything else. I'd rather leatherworking be like everything else. Yeah. I think.
So, like, do people find it weird that there's an exception to leather?
I feel like it makes leatherworking really easy. You can skill up. There's no with mining, you have to get your mining skill up in addition to your blacksmithing, let's say. And with wood cutting or with carpentry, you need to get your wood cutting up in conjunction with your carpentry.
Yeah,
But with
if only
leatherworking,
there was...
you don't need to get your butchering up that high.
Right.
I mean, with the 20 some odd butchering skill that I have, I can get the leather that you would need to get your leatherworking all the way up to 100.
Correct.
Right? Like, we're getting 70 quality hides now.
Yeah, but hides aren't the whole picture here. Now we need fire making skill to get good ash, get that ash to be converted to be able to lye, get high quality lye, and then take that lye and try to use it on the 70 quality hide, which only gives you a particular random chance at getting the max hide quality level to convert to the leather. A lot of times,
sure, but
take that leather.
Success,
I get leather no matter what.
Right, you get leather, but it's low quality sometimes.
But I get low quality.
That's
leather.
Okay. But that success chance is based on your leatherworking skills. So as your leatherworking skill goes up, you'll be able to and I know like the low quality lye, but we currently we could make high quality lye. Our limiting factor right now is ash. We need higher quality ash. But I don't think we need that much. We could probably put some effort into that and get higher quality ash. What I found out was that you could take a high quality log and cut high quality kindlings from that and use that to make campfires at high quality. And I think I'd have to double check whether or not the quality of the campfire is limited by your fire making skill or if you can go above your fire making skill. If we can go above, then we should be able to get good quality lye. Okay, so some people are talking here about this. Azul's Light says it gives people an avenue not to pay 10 silver for a new set of armor. Yeah. I would say that leatherworking is definitely for newer players to get good, decent armor.
So, and Willow saying it used to be the way, like they purposefully changed leatherworking. It used to be the way it was before, like every other class, but it was made lower because of all the processes you have to do. So that means it was a different way to do it before, or is it because of the way it is now, or the way that it is in general. They decided the easiest solution out of this would be to make it so you can just imp leather.
It definitely gives you an advantage as a leatherworker to be able to improve. Like, yeah, the fact that you aren't limited by your materials or the material quality makes a big difference. If Drake is better than plate and leatherworking is easier, then that's the point. Then what's the point of the other armor smithing skills?
So Drake is not actually better than plate, as far as
it's the same. Well, it is better than plate.
Is it better? Is it better than plate, or is it to protect less than plate, but more than studded leather?
It protects exactly the same as steel plate. So Drake and steel plate have the exact same defensive capabilities, but it's better in that you can walk faster than leather in Drake.
You mean walk faster than steel or walk faster than plate? I don't think you can walk faster than leather.
Yes, you can. The rate at which you can walk in leather is 14 point something. And in Drake, it's 15 point something.
Yeah, it's 15 something.
Right, so it's you walk slightly faster in Drake than in leather. and obviously faster than plate. Plate is super slow, but protects exactly like steel plate. So it's
And that
quite
might
good.
be enough compared to the how hard it is to get a set.
It's really hard to get set. So back to Antier's question, what's the point of the other armor smithing skills? Is that Drake is really, really, really hard to get.
Oh shoot!
How many months have we been going now? Oh, what's this? Hardened Scorpion. How
Yeah,
many
I
months have
brought
we
a
been?
scorpion, but
And
how many
I
months have we
think
been going? Okay, yeah.
this is like 3 months into the server, and the
Yeah.
first unique was slain recently.
And by unique, you do mean like Drake? Drakeling?
Or yeah, Drakeling, a hatchling.
Okay.
Yeah, Drakeling,
Yeah.
a hatchling was slain. I think one Drake hatchling will drop somewhere in the vicinity of enough leather for almost a full set, maybe just less than a set, but it's divided amongst all the participants of the slaying. So, like, let's say 30 people are fighting the Drake, then you'll get essentially 1/30th, or might be even slightly less than 1/30th of a full set. Something like that. You got to be right, Drake. So, Perigi, you're saying this from the perspective of somebody on the old servers, right? So, I know Antierg is a new server, started with the new servers. And so, from the new player perspective, I think it would be wrong to say that Drake is easy to get. So, in order to get Drake, you would need to attend several Drake's slayings. These things spawn on each server approximately once every month or a couple times a month or something like that. And you would need to go to approximately 30 slayings or something like this in order to collect enough Drake material in order to create one set. Okay, so and that's in the best of conditions. If you're able to attend every single Drake slaying that happens on all of the servers, you're able to travel. You get on, you travel to the server that there's a Drake slaying happening, and they're happening maybe once or twice a month. Let's say these public slayings. If we ever get to the point where they're happening once or twice a month, which is definitely not the case right now, how long would that take you then? Let's say twice a month. That would take you 15 months. So after a year and a bit of doing this on a consistent basis, you'll have yourself a Drake set. Okay, so the purpose of the other armor smithings is so that you could have an access to armor. Ooh, greenish.
Yeah, I brought it over.
I see. Yeah, so you like most people won't have Drake. Is the point?
And is this the first? These must be the first servers that have only been affected by the new way that the uniques spawn.
No, Xanadu. Well, you're right. I guess like all of the
old servers have been infested by the old way of doing it, which was sort of like a lot easier to populate the server with. Well, not a lot easier. It's just been there's a lot of Drake in the old servers.
The old servers started off with a lot of Drake, and that's because of the old way of it dropping. But it took a lot of effort by a select few people in order to make it so that there was a lot of Drake. So back in the day, uniques were literally uniques in the sense that when they died forever and they never respawned. Right? So each server started with one of each unique, like one blue or whatever. I don't even think there was blue back then. One black, one white, one green, and one red. And once they're all dead, no more Drake ever spawned again. But some people found out that you could capture these things, and they every 6 months or so would lay an egg, and that egg spawned another one.
Cool. This guy's really hurting me.
Oh, okay. Okay, cats. We were headed in your direction slowly, making it there, but I kind of see we are in sight of that area that you told us that you were. We'll hang around here. We'll hang around here for a while. Did we get something from that guy?
I didn't. Did you?
No, we did not.
That's too bad.
So we've talked about this a lot. I don't know if it's something that we
What
want
the
to
heck?
get deeper into right now, but about the old way versus the new way and why that meant that a whole bunch of Drake ended up on the old servers. Should we take the time with that?
I mean, the summary of that is that people, it was dominated by a couple people. People would own dragons, and then they would do their own little slayings of them. And they were the dominant people that owned all the Drake. They controlled the market, essentially.
Back then, each Drake would drop enough to make 40 sets, approximately. So one kill would get 40 sets, and you can get a kill every 6 months if you had a 10 Drake. And sometimes the eggs hatched two. So like one egg would open up and two would spawn out of the egg. So you would get 80 sets from that event. So yeah, it did not take long for the entire server to get populated with Drake. Now, if you think about it, Pristine and Release, when they were opened up, they would have faced the new way.
That's
during
true.
the time that they were separated. So, but the thing is that eventually they got connected to the old server, so they all of a sudden had access to all the old Drake. And I'm going to be honest, I'm pretty certain the new servers are going to eventually be connected to the old servers as well. And so at some point, we're going to have access to all the Drake as well.
And that's a whole other question.
Right.